everybody, welcome to Monday morning. It's about 8:15. I'm just arriving here in Jackson, Tennessee. This is a place I come to a lot. I got this little Twitch I picked up Friday morning in North Little Rock. My appointment, this place does appointment times for deliveries, and mine is for 9:30, so I'm early. Maybe I'll get lucky and get in a little early, but maybe not. And they don't allow cameras in this place, so won't really be able to show you a whole lot. Remember, this is the facility that takes this Twitch and melts it down along with some other materials, I think, and makes engine blocks for Toyota, I believe. In fact, here's the Toyota place to the right, and the place we're delivering to is going to be down here just past it. I saw one Oakley truck a couple miles back already leaving, and then there's one here waiting to get in, it looks like. So the way it works here is they're on channel 4. I'm going to pull up here.
Go ahead, get on scale.
Oh, he's calling somebody in. So I'm just gonna pull in behind this truck, get my tarp rolled off, my mud flaps hung up, and check in. Oh, he's calling in the Oakley truck. Oh, there's another truck.
Should be all the way over to the right. You'll be able to get around them.
There's a dry van down there that's parked maybe in the way of the scale, but we'll see if he can make it in. All right, let me check in. All right, folks. So I've been sitting here for about half an hour, and he just called me over the radio, told me to come on in and scale in. So that's good. I'm about 50 minutes ahead of my appointment time, so that's a good deal. You just never know. All right, now if you've been watching my videos, you know how this goes. We'll hop on the scale. He'll holler over the radio that he's got my weight, and we'll pull up to the left over there and go into the office where that green awning is. Check in, and then we'll go around to the side, and we're back into this building here, and that's where we'll dump indoors. The other truck that was in front of me has just pulled out. So that's how it works. Yeah, you probably can't see the scale there, but I weigh 79,240.
Scaled in, pull up to the stop sign, bring paperwork to the scale office.
There he is, telling me he's got me. Pull on up, bring your paperwork. Yeah, I weighed 79,240. I've already got my tarp rolled back and my mud flaps hung up. Other Oakley driver going in to check out, and then there's his truck. Oh, his truck number is 10648. I'm 10548. All right, got checked in. As you can see, the gate is opening up, and like I mentioned, I can't show anything inside the property, but I'll show you where I'm going to back into. You kind of have to do a little blind side back. At least that's the way I do it. But we're going to back into this door right here. And before you back in, wait for the unloader to come, and he'll guide you in with like a little flashlight so you can see where he wants you. There's different bins in there, and he's going to position you where he wants you to dump the product. All right, so we got empty there. It's 9:17, so I was able to get in and out of there even before my delivery appointment time, so that's all good. I called Manuel as I was scaling out, and he's sending me over to a place I haven't been to in several months here in Jackson, kind of on the other side of Jackson, about 15 miles from here. So, and it's going right back to North Little Rock, so that's perfect. Easy trip. I've been there 3 or 4 times before, but it's been a while, so I know how it works. Be getting a load of Zorba, going right back to that place in North Little Rock that I picked up this Twitch load I just delivered. It'd be fine with me if I just did that all the time. I was just talking to a buddy of mine, Jim, who's been with Oakley now for about, I don't know, 8 or 9 months. He followed me over here from Maverick. He lives up near Kansas City, so he's all happy about the Chiefs. And he does a lot of runs from Muscatine, Iowa, over to Gary, Indiana. That's what he's doing right now. And then he'll pick up at Portage, which is just a few miles away, and then deliver over to Osceola, Arkansas. It's a good run. Just to give you guys an idea how the runs work sometimes, depending on where you live. I know I've had several of you guys email me over the past week or two, you know, ready to talk to a recruiter or asking questions about the freight where you live. Had somebody up in near St. Louis a few days ago ask me about freight up there, and I was like, oh yeah, man, that's a perfect area for Oakley freight. I mean, St. Louis is like, you can go anywhere, you know, get to St. Louis from anywhere. We have a lot of freight through there. It just kind of depends on where you live, though, you know. And more importantly, how often you want to get home. You know, sometimes, depending on where you live, they might say, look, we're going to need you to commit to staying out at least 2 weeks at a time so we can guarantee getting you home. Like I had a referral. In fact, I think it was Ed, my first referral over here when I came to Oakley. He lives down around Phoenix, and they had told him up front, you know, you're going to have to stay out at least 2 weeks at a time, which was no problem for him. I think he was used to staying out for like a month at a time anyway. But you know, some locations are better than others, you know, in our shipping lanes that Oakley concentrates on, but you know, they pretty much try to make anywhere work. So, I did hear from Norris. I forget where Norris lives, but he had reached out to me 2 or 3 weeks ago and asking some questions and contemplating coming over to Oakley. I'd sent his stuff into a recruiter a couple weeks ago, and he emailed me over the weekend saying that he had touched base with the recruiter and was about to fill out his application and turn it in. So good luck with that, Norris. Hope that works out well for you. Anyway, we got about an 18-minute drive to get over to this place. I'll try to show you something over there. All right, folks, so we're getting close to my shipper here in Jackson, Tennessee. There's an Oakley guy, pretty green truck. So the entrance to this place is a little farther down the road than the GPS will have you believe. A little confusing the first time I came here because of that. There's a sign back there saying, you know, you got to have your PPE on and all that stuff. Not supposed to be on your trailer. I've always had to get on my trailer after being loaded here just to get up there and put my bows on, as I remember. Now, if you've never been here before, it's kind of confusing how you get in here. We're going to pass by a scale house here on the left. In fact, this is the exit point from the scale house. We'll be coming out there after we're loaded, but you can't turn in there to get scaled in. We're going to follow this sign to the left here that says all scrap deliveries enter loop. That's the confusing thing, because I'm not a delivery, I'm a pickup. But I've learned that this is still the way you have to go. The signage is not always helpful. Now, as a Maverick flatbedder, I picked up here a time or two. And there's the entrance straight ahead for flatbedders. So what we're going to do is make this loop, and it's going to bring us around by the chain link fence so we can get on the scale. And I think they like you to have your tarp off also. So once I get out of this loop up here, and before I get on the scale, I'm going to hop out and roll my tarp off. Alright, so you can see the chain link fence now, so so you can see that white truck there about to exit. So I'm gonna stop here before I get on the scale and roll my tarp off, and then once we pull on the scale, we'll get out of the truck and walk around and check in. Okay, so I got checked in. They give you a piece of loading paperwork like this. He asked me if I knew where to go, and I said, I think I can find my way back there unless y'all have changed things. He said, nope, same place. So let's see if we can find it. It's a pretty big place. As usual, there's a fella bringing in some old crushed cars. All right, let's see if I can remember how to get around here. I think I'll need to take my bows out, if I remember right. I don't know, I'll talk to the loader. I have not taken them off yet. All right. I'll leave the camera on here to give you a look around. assuming the battery will stay on all this time. Oh. Big scrapyard here to the left. A lot going on over there. Man, at least the weather's all right. My truck thermometer says 40 degrees. It's 10 till 10. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Now the first couple of times I picked up here, you know, and they escorted me back here, I had to take a right here and kind of drive back through there. But later on when I picked up, they had kind of moved things around and I would go this way, kind of around, which is better. Let's go around here and see if things are still the same. Jackson, Tennessee. You know, Jackson's about an hour east of Memphis, a couple hours west of Nashville, in case you're wondering. All right, I think this is where I need to be, and I see a front end loader, so that's a good sign. So I'm gonna pull in here and see if I'm in the right place. All right. Yeah, I think there's a guy in that front end loader, so let me get out and talk to him. Okay guys, so I'm in the loading position. Talk to the loader. This is the first scoop. I did take my bows out except for the back one and the front one. You can see that's a pretty big scoop. So he said what he'll do is put 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then we'll kind of go by my scales. He says sometimes he can get another half or maybe a full scoop in the middle. The other truck that just loaded in front of me, he said he did 2 scoops in the front, 2 in the back, and about half in the middle. So I should be able to do at least that, because that was a long nosed Pete, I think, and it probably weighs at least 1,000 pounds more than me, maybe 2,000. Those long nosed trucks are heavier than mine. So that's how it works. That's where he's getting the product from. And then once we're loaded, we'll go out that way and hang a left and back to the scale, and hopefully not have to come back and get more or dump off any. I've had to do both. So that's how it works. It shouldn't take too long. And again, they call this medium Zorba. I'll go ahead and show you one more scoop. But yeah, nice weather for a change. Oh, he's filling a lot of it. Again, this will go back to the facility in North Little Rock, and they'll sort this stuff out into twitch. And then we'll bring it back over here to that place I delivered to this morning. Alright, so there's the 2 in the front. Alright, that's how it works. Okay, everybody, so I went and scaled out, and I weighed 80,700. And that's with me out of the truck. So I need to go back and lose about 1,000 pounds at least. So dadgummit. Yeah. I guess I need to recalibrate my scales, because according to my scales, I should have been good. Close but good. I was expecting to be a few hundred pounds under 80,000. But not so. You know, that happens with your scales, it seems. You know, after you've unhooked from your trailer a couple times, it's like the scales don't, you have to recalibrate your scales. I don't know if that's actually true, but it just seems to be true. Because it seems as though my scales are reading a little light lately. So anyway, gonna go try to take some off the back end. All right, so I backed up back there where I got loaded, generally, and opened my back gate up and just climbed up there and kicked off some product until the loader felt like I had at least 1,000 pounds. So I hope he's right. Woo! Because I told him, I said, I'll probably have to go over 2 scales to get this, the 220 miles to North Little Rock. There's one on I-40 in Tennessee that's very active, and there's one in West Memphis that's very active. All right, so if all is well, all I have to do is get my paperwork, climb up, put my bows on, and they don't like you to do that on the property, so I'll probably just pull across the road and climb up there, get my bows over, and retard, and we'll be on the road, hopefully. Oh, I almost forgot this stop sign. So yeah, he was saying that last week there was an Oakley driver that got about 1,500 pounds overloaded, and he had to come back and knock some off. So he was using that as a marker in his mind as to how much I needed to take off. So we'll see how accurate he was. All right, more later. Okay, folks. So I scaled out. She had me at, oh, let me see what it says. 79. Making sure nobody's coming down there. Hold on, I'm looking. It was close, because they give you your weights with you out of the truck. And I weigh about 245. So she had me at 79,720. So with me in the truck, that's gonna put us just a hair under 80,000. So, whew, close. All right, so it's a 222 mile trip back to North Little Rock. I'll see you there. All right, guys, let's take a look at this dump. I'm picking up a load here also, a reload. So there's my dump. We'll give it a quick sweep. Came out real good. And that's it. So yeah, now what I'll do is go around the building, scale out, and in effect, scale in for my next pickup, and we'll get a reload.